Let's talk about matchmaking, y'all. Long story short, Timmy lied. Pokemon Unite lied, Tencent lied. They promised us all these wonderful new matchmaking changes, down to the amount of ELO you gain and lose, the amount of time that you spend in queues for higher quality games, and then going from MMR to people within your rank. I'm not sure what Timmy's doing, I'm not sure what Pokemon Unite's doing, but right now, I'm not happy, community's not happy, the games suck. I don't know what they did, but they need to revert it back to what they were before, because I'm not liking how I'm logging into my games, and people are over there sitting here like, oh, I have 1,000 games. Oh, I have 700 games. When I have 15K games on my account. So like the first problem that I have is like all these unbalanced queues, right? My enemies often have players on their team with 8,000 games, 10,000 games, 12,000 games, but the teammates on my team are 2,000 games, 4,000 games, ultra. I'm not getting draft. I'm just like, bro, I am 1,500. I'm supposed to be getting draft. I'm supposed to be having people within my skill level, within my ELO. So I'm sitting here wondering, why does it feel like that? Why does it feel like ever since we did matchmaking changes, the players that I get on my team are significantly worse than what I've gotten before? Even when I'm playing trio queue, the players that I have on my solo queues are literally 1,000 games, 2,000 games, and then I'll check the ones on the enemy team, and they're sitting there with, like I said, 8,000 games, 9,000 games. Like what this does, it creates an uneven playing field, and it's gonna kill player engagement, and it's already destroying our enjoyment. People are not happy. Nobody's happy. You go on Twitter, you scroll, just type Pokemon Unite matchmaking. You're gonna see a bunch of angry tweets. A bunch of them. I thought Pokemon was gonna do something good because it's like, it's killing my enjoyment. And I love Pokemon Unite. I love competing. I love playing the game. But the way that these matchmakings is now, it makes me just, only time I want to log on to Unite is to 5-stack. Solo queue isn't enjoyable. Duo queue isn't enjoyable. Trio queue isn't enjoyable. So it's just like, how are you supposed to enjoy the game outside of fives if matchmaking is complete trash? Newer, less experienced players feel like overwhelmed because they have all these high-level players inside of their lobby, and they're just constantly getting their shit beat in. I thought when we were gonna move into this new system, I thought that we would have ultra players and ultra lobbies, masters players and masters lobbies within the 200 benchmark. So 1,200 to 1,399, 14 to 1,599, 16 to 1,799, 2,000 to 2,199. And so on. I honestly don't have anything nice to say. What they can do is they can incorporate like some type of algorithm. That way it balances the teams effectively. I'm not sure what their algorithm looks like now, but currently it feels like it's just random to just throw people inside the pools and just start the games up. But like if they actually took the time to develop an algorithm for like this player in this game, this player, this low level players in this high level game, we need to start finding a way to separate the queues. We do not need ultra players inside 1,600 lobbies, especially when we're trio queue versus trio queue. Why are the people that are in solo queue and ultra? Why am I getting those guys in my games when I know dang well there's other people in masters that are queuing right now? You feel me? The biggest thing that they called out for, at 1,200 to 1,399, you were supposed to be plus 11, minus 8. My current rank is around 1,500. I'm supposed to be plus 9, minus 9, but that's not what is matching. I win and I get plus 8. And I lose and I get minus 10. Even my teammate, they are 2,000 ELO. 4 losses, you were supposed to lose only 11 ELO. He is losing 14, but you're only gaining 9. Realistically, you're only gaining 8 because I haven't seen the number 9 in months or weeks or whatever since they did the matchmaking changes. Realistically, you're only gaining 8 and you're losing 14, which is a whole 6 points. So if you lose 2 games and win 1, guess what? You might as well just keep losing and just keep on going backwards and lock off. It's not worth it. The progression that you're making, it feels a lot harder, which is fine. I enjoy harder games sometimes. But if I lose a game gracefully, I don't want to lose more points than I'm supposed to lose based on the matchmaking changes that Timmy put on their website, that Pokemon put on their website. Why are we gonna put misinformation on our website and then implement something else in the game? You're gonna destroy the trust within the player base that you guys took so long to build. So like, I feel like something that they can do to create transparency between the players and the community and the higher ups is like, just publish your exact matchmaking. Publish the formulas. Nobody wants to be thrown in the fire, bruh. We hate being thrown in the fire. Every single update that we have in Pokemon Unite is always us being thrown in the fire. Even during the brand new season reset after we got the last patch notes, we had a big Darkrai bug where we were trapped in the middle of nowhere. Like, I was playing Cinderace against Zoroark. I blaze kicked the Zoroark while I was getting Darkrai ulted, and I ended up in the void. And I'm not gonna hold you, it was pretty cool because when he was about to leave, I seen him in the void for like half a second. It was pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. But it's just like, why are we setting our players up for failure? Why are we setting the community up for failure? It's like, are you guys trying to kill the game? Or do you guys want to keep it alive? Like, I know you guys are taking steps to push forward for the game, but right now it feels like you guys are taking 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. Like, I don't mind not being paired within my elo range. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But what I do mind if every single game of me being in 1500 queue is no draft, no draft, no draft, no draft, no draft. So why are you mixing masters and ultra players together when you could put the ultra people in ultra lobbies and master players and master lobbies and balance out the queues that way? There's so many players that I know that don't even give a damn to get their sticker, bro. They don't want their sticker. They don't care because that's how trash matchmaking has been. Personally, I'm gonna get my sticker because I'm good at the game. I'm a demon. But there's people that aren't as blessed as the skill level that I have that are not going to be able to get their sticker. And I honestly, I kind of feel for them. I feel for them. I understand about like not making it an easy progress to get to 1600, but make sure you're at least putting the proper numbers. So that way, at least on the way to 1600, we're win. We get 9, we lose 9. After 1600, go ahead and change the numbers whatever you want because now you're just climbing to the leaderboards. Now, I love the new time changes, right? It used to be at like a minute 15, you would get kicked out of your region and you would start exploring into other regions. Recently, you've been able to queue until 150 instead of 115, and you would still be able to queue within your region. But even though that we're getting these faster queues or these slower, quote unquote, higher quality queues, I'm still queuing into the ultra players. It's just like, makes me question the integrity. It's like, are you guys actually trying to fix the matchmaking, or are you guys just telling us what sounds nice for now? That way you can cover your butt and keep people swiping their card and playing the game. And it's like, we play so many blind picks and high ranked matches, it actually just reduces the quality. It doesn't feel competitive because everybody's playing the broken picks. Darkrai, Psyduck, Miraidon, Mimikyu, Leafeon, everybody's just locking in the most broken picks and broken comp that they can play. Tinkaton. What's that doing for the players that want draft? What's that doing for the players that want a better experience? Something they could do, they just account for the regional player pools. If we're in NA, don't bring us to EU. If we're in NA, don't bring us to Brazil. For blind pick, like, I don't know. I don't think blind pick is good. I think with the amount of Pokemon that we have in the game now, I don't feel like that we should even have blind pick and ultra. And the reason being is because people in vet, people in expert, people, all those people below, it's fine for them to have blind pick because they're not inside of the cringe queues. They're not inside the ultra master queues where everybody's just running cringe. It gives players the time to learn draft. That way they have higher quality games and higher quality drafts by the time they get to masters, instead of we're getting to masters, not having any type of ladder games or any type of draft games. Another thing that kind of bothers me is their like lack of communication and feedback. Yeah, recently we've been getting more patches, more letters from the developers, whatever, yeah. But they're not transparent. They're transparent in their words. They're not transparent in their actions. How many times have we've asked for something in Pokemon Unite as a community and they gave us the exact opposite? For example, in one of the patches around Sableye release, we asked for a Sableye nerf. They decided to buff Sableye and nerf Full Heal. I will never understand why they did that. And it's just like all our player base feels disconnected. In any other gaming community, all the community is in touch with the developers. The developers are in touch with the community. When we're putting in that information and we're not getting a return on the information we gave out, what's the point? Give us some community discussions. Have some Pokemon Unite creators be the community leaders, your middleman to go back to the developers. We have so many competitive players that play every single day. And like, I understand like players like hop on Smurfs. Some players don't like draft, but if they're hopping on Smurfs to avoid draft, guess what? If we have Ultra Q and draft, they can't do that anymore, which means we will have draft in all of our games. And like they could actually give us some actual incentives for playing the game. The ones that they used to give us like cosmetics. And if they added these for post 1600, I promise you, we would have a higher player base because there's something to play for past 1600. There's so many people that get their sticker and just log off of the game, and now we don't have them until the next season. Add this and we have more players, that means we will have quicker queues. If we do this, we'll have more players, and that means we'll have the separated queues. There's so many things that they can do to solve the problem, but let's see what they do. Let's give them a shot.